Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started in about 30 seconds here. But meanwhile, let's go back to the chat over here. And if everybody could type your name in and say hello. I know some people are either on their phones or a mobile device, and you might not have the chat capability, and that's okay too. We'll enjoy you being on and listening. By the way, we do have a free gift for everybody today. And let me go ahead and make that available for you. Okay, it's called 52 Weekly Affirmations. I'm just going to go ahead and share it right now. And hopefully everybody can see that. Please let me know if you can't see that. Okay, I just shared it. It's called 52 Weekly Affirmations. We're going to talk about it towards the end of our webinar today. And it goes over 7 different areas of your life that you can supercharge. And in those 7 areas, there are each 7 different powers. Okay, and then we have a few extras too, because we had to make it 52 since there's 52 weeks in the year. And actually, if you have my planner, which I'm going to show you right here, I don't know if you can see that. Okay, my light's a little bright. Okay, at the top of my planner every week, I have one of those affirmations. So it's a great idea to have your affirmations, say them every day, put them in a place where you're going to see them, and sort of internalize them so that when you have a tough day or you just need a little bit of, energy to get out there and accomplish something, you can always think back on those affirmations that you started with. So, okay, wonderful. Okay, great, Scott. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get started here with Jumpstart Your Year. And when I hear that term jumpstart, I always think of starting a car, right? I know that's happened to a few of us. It happened to me a couple weeks ago where my car battery was running really low and I didn't know it, and I left the ignition on, and all of a sudden I couldn't start the car. So I had to call my hubby to come pick me up, and he brought the charger and he charged it, right? So what do you do when you jump start a car? You start with something that has energy and you connect to that. So you draw your energy from another source. So today we're going to talk about how to plug in, power up, and supercharge your business. So when you're feeling like maybe you just don't have enough energy, what do? Don't try this at home. These are the battery cables, right? But we have to get the energy from somewhere. So I'm going to show you 3 hacks that I used this year. When I put this together about 2 weeks ago, I put this webinar together, and these are 3 hacks that I use that I think you can do too. They don't cost any money. Just take a little time and will rejuvenate you and get you off to a great start this year. So let's start with New Year's resolutions. What are your New Year's resolutions? I have a little poll here. I'm going to share the poll with you. So let's go here. What are your New Year's resolutions? Okay. So are your New Year's resolutions like the typical American, health, fitness, and nutrition? I'm going to lose that 20 pounds, right? That's what I tell myself. I'm going to get in I'm going to get in shape and get fit, and I'm going to exercise every day. I'm going to go on a diet. So everybody runs and signs up for the gym, and then 2 months later, right, nobody's at the gym. Financial goals: make more money, spend less, get out of debt, buy something that you need, invest in your business, or maybe help your family. And number 3 is quit a bad habit, whether it's something, like smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, or could even be something as simple as procrastinating, right? We all have those bad habits. So what is your top New Year's resolution that you're going to do today? So there's a little poll there. All right, we have some answers here. It looks like so far the top one is health, fitness, and nutrition. So it's kind of hard for me to decide. I would probably say number 2 would be my top, but I don't get to vote. All right, so I'm going to close the poll up now. We got 100% of people saying health, fitness, and nutrition. All right, come on. Oh, all right, we got some more there. Financial goals. So we got half said health, fitness, and nutrition. Half said financial goals. So that's great. Okay, we're going to end the poll here, and you can take a look at that. There you go. You should be able to see the poll there with the goals. So, all right, great job, everybody, to have those New Year's resolutions. But really, are New Year's resolutions that great? We're going to talk about that and what to do instead. So welcome. I think everybody knows me. I'm Regina Brown, and the top New Year's resolutions are fitness, nutrition, and weight. Of course, that's always number 1 for us Americans. The second one is to spend less and save more. And then people said, I'd like to spend more time with family and friends. Another top one was getting organized, right? We always say, oh, if only I had more time, I'm going to get organized. And then the last one is starting a new hobby, travel, reading a book, or reading more. It's all those bucket list items. New Year's resolutions are great because it's a chance for a fresh start, but really, how long do they last? That's the problem, right? So New Year's resolutions, now I got this all from a Psychology Today article. They typically last only 8% of the people make them and carry through for the whole year. So it's only 8% of people, which is not a very high statistic. So what does that tell you? No more New Year's resolutions. They don't work. Okay. So New Year's resolutions, no more. Why? Because we make them and then we don't keep them. Okay. I see we had a few more people jumping in on our webinar, which is great. So if you could go to the chat, just introduce yourself, your name, where you're from, that would be wonderful. All righty, New Year's resolutions. Why don't people keep them? Well, there are basically 5 reasons. The first is that people have unrealistic expectations. People say, oh, I'm going to lose, 50 pounds. But that's probably not realistic given their lifestyle. Maybe 20 is more reasonable. Another one is a vague definition saying, I'm going to get in shape. But really, how are you going to get there? And where are you going to go to? So it's sort of like, Alice in Wonderland. And what did the rabbit say? If you don't know where you're going, any path will get you there. That's sort of the vague definition, right? Which is not very clearly defined. You can't really wrap your arms around it. So how could you do it? The third one is being mentally unprepared. And that's just not being in the right mindset to get started. And the next one is time mismanagement, which I think we all have because we're just so busy doing so many things, especially for those of us in real estate where we work nights, we work evenings, we work weekends, we work holidays, and it's really hard to segment our time. By the way, that's why I use my planner I'm going to talk about in a little while. And the 5th one is life distractions, which we all have. Now, the reason the New Year's resolutions fail, there are a lot of reasons. So we're going to talk about what to do instead. Okay, ready for that, everybody? Oh, hi, Kelly. Kelly Foley from Carmichael. Thanks for joining us. Looks like we have about 5 more people that just came on. So if you get a minute, go ahead and hop over to the chat and just introduce yourself. So what do we do, right? A little bit about MBA Broker Consultants. It is a company that is designed to assist real estate brokers with their business management, planning, profitability, production, performance, all those great words. And our goal is not just to play the game, but to change it. And a little bit about me. I think, hi everybody, I think you all know me, but Regina Brown, I just earned my MBA a few weeks ago. Woohoo! No more homework. I've had my real estate license since forever. Yes, I'm kind of old. And, I've been in the industry for almost 30 years, and my goal now is to elevate the standards of professionalism in our real estate industry. So I care less about chasing a dollar than I do about making a bigger impact and helping all of us together. So a little bit about me, you'll find out more because I've written some books that I love writing, and we'll talk about those more as we come on. Okay, so we got one hack, our first hack, which is, drum roll please, get your pins out, purge the old to make room for the new. So what does that mean? Anybody want to type into the chat what you think that means? Purge the old to make room for the new. So I'll give you an example. I want to get some new outfits, but I go to my closet and my closet is jam-packed with clothes. It's crazy. So what do I need to do? I need to clear it out, take some old things out to make room for something new. It's sort of like when you have your fist closed, right? If you have your fist closed, you can't receive anything. You have to open it up. So it's about being open to new opportunities. It's about getting rid of the old mindset, old relationships that aren't working for you or that could be toxic. It could be about as simple as cleaning out something in your garage. It could be, your habits or things like that. So I'm going to challenge everybody today to think about something that you do right now that you can get rid of to have something else better in your life. Now remember, getting rid of something old, as we call it, isn't necessarily something bad. It just means you're ready and preparing yourself for something new. And then I would challenge you, after you do that once, to do something every day of getting rid of something old and preparing yourself to have an empty space in your life that can be filled up with something new and better. Okay, how's that for a great hack? Now, how many of us are in real estate and we've gone to the hoarder's house, right? And we dread going in there because you have to step over stuff, people collecting so much stuff. That's kind of the American way, collecting stuff. Think about what you can get rid of in your life to make room for something new. Maybe I see Coach Charlie Brown has come on. Awesome. Maybe you'd like to do something great with your life, such as going on a vacation. Maybe that's on your bucket list. You stay in a hotel far away from distractions, live a very simple life, right? Maybe you can start to work towards that by creating that in your home life by clearing out clutter. When you get rid of clutter, what does it do? It frees up your mind and it frees up your creative juices and your creative spirit to be able to create something brand new and to think in new ways when you don't have clutter around you, when you have something new and fresh or just the empty room around you. Okay, so when you're getting rid of clutter and stuff, I would encourage you not to have a yard sale. Why? Because it takes up your time, it zaps your energy, and that's time and energy you could be putting towards running your business, right? So instead, take all your stuff, box it up, and call a thrift store and they'll come pick it up for you. I know we have DAV in our area, Disabled American Veterans, and they'll be at your door the next day with a big truck. They take almost everything. Whatever they don't take, I'm going to throw it away or give it away. That's a great way to start by clearing out. All right, are you ready, everybody? We got hack number 2, which is change your workspace. Okay, hack number 2. Change your workspace. What does that mean? Is that what it means to some of us? This looks like a 1990 computer or something. It probably was state of the art back then. But changing your workspace not just clears out your clutter, but it gives you a new frame of mind to start from. So I would encourage you to get some really great ideas. Here are some ideas with offices that are different, new, unique, creative. And you don't necessarily have to do something, change your location of your office, but just try moving your desk around. Try changing it from facing one location to face another location. Try to bring in some natural light and do something a little creative and out of the box. Take all your clutter and pack it away somewhere where you can't see it and you won't be distracted by it. Here's some more ideas. Aren't those beautiful? If you need more ideas, you can go online. There's several websites that have great ideas for offices, can spark your imagination. But again, your goal is going to be change your workspace, because when you change what's around you, automatically your mindset changes. You get new energy and you get a new burst of, energy that you can take and use that towards your business. So try changing your workspace. Okay, hack number 3 is finish something unfinished. So you got your pens and paper still, taking notes. Finish something that you haven't yet finished. Why? Because it gives you a sense of completion, a sense of confidence, and a huge burst of energy when you finally finish that one thing that you didn't finish. So what could it be? Some of us are guilty of, okay, me too, starting a remodel at our house and never finishing. So that could be something you finish. What about a past relationship that you sort of let go and rekindling that, whether it's a family member or a friend or an acquaintance? What about cleaning out the garage, right? We hate that. Or finishing writing that book that you always said you were going to write. So there are a lot of things that you can finish. When you have unfinished things on your plate, it's sort of like a burden on your shoulders that's weighing you down subconsciously, and it's hard to move forward unless you have some momentum, some energy to get started. So finishing one thing gives you momentum, leverage, power to finish another thing, and then another thing, and then another thing. Okay, so you got that, the 3 hacks, right? The last one is finish something you started but never finished. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about nature's power. It's leverage. What is leverage, right? What did a famous person say? If I had a fulcrum, I could move the whole world. So leverage makes heavy work light. There's also another rule of nature, which is success breeds success. What does that mean? It simply means that if you do one thing and you're successful, then you'll do another thing and another and another. Why? Because once you do something successful, you have momentum on your side and it keeps you rolling. Just remember that whatever you need to do, it's never too late to start. And I'm saying this from a person who went back to school at the age of 47 years old. When I thought it was too late, I went back to finish my degrees. So it's never too late to start and never too late to finish. No matter how old you are, no matter what's happened in your life, if you see something that you would like to do and it's kind of nagging over you, you can do it. Just get started today and use those affirmations that we talked about at the beginning. Okay, now it says on the slide here, send me an email and get the 52 powerful affirmations. but I'm going to actually, I'm just going to make it available to you right now. Actually, I think it already is there. So check the file sharing, and there is a document there called 52 Weekly Affirmations. And the file sharing is a little icon. It looks like a piece of paper folded over on one corner. So check that out and go ahead and download that. It's free. My gift to you today. What's in there? Well, we talked about the 7 areas, which are character values, projects, self, people, thinking, action, and God. And then we threw in a few bonuses to it. So as an example, one of the affirmations says, I'm joyful about life. I choose to be happy. I jump on tasks immediately and finish them in advance of deadlines. My life has a divine purpose and a mission that I will accomplish. Right? So how does that sound? Those are awesome affirmations to keep you powered throughout the day. When you face an obstacle or you have some adversity in your life, pull out your affirmations. Okay. How many of us have a dream of somewhere we want to go or something we want to be? Now, I would call this sort of a faux dream, right? Because you're not really in Paris. This gondola ride is at the Venetian Las Vegas, but that can still be a dream too. And it can be something enjoyable that you do. So how do you get to your dreams? Well, you start having new habits every day, right? New habits are something that you can implement in your life to practice every day so that you can reach your goals. We'll talk about that in a minute about how habits are so important to goals. But I'm going to share with you a little bit about my secret sauce, and we're going to talk about planning your 2018 calendar for business. Okay, ready? All right, new habits. Right? We all have habits. Those are things we do without even thinking of them. And I know that sometimes I drive my car home and then I wonder how I got home. It's just such a habit to drive to the house. So you do it without thinking. Things become automatic. That's what a habit is. So you can use habits. Habits can either bring you down or you can use them to your benefit. I think they're a great tool you can use for your benefit. So to start a new good habit, be specific and start with something small. Give yourself some really great tools. One of my habits is drinking water during the day, right? So I have these water bottles. You can see my little water bottle here. And I put the water bottles in my fridge, my lunchbox. Whenever I go somewhere, I take one with me in my car. Don't leave them in your car. That's not good. But, take it with you. Drink it on the way. I have it at my desk. I have it by my bed. So give yourself an edge to get started. Number 2 is attach the new habit to a daily routine. So what does that mean? It means think of a habit that you already do every day, take your new habit and attach it to there. So as an example, you're getting a cup of coffee in the morning. You're going to do that every day anyway, regardless. And there's a new habit that you want to incorporate, which is stretching exercises. So maybe start your coffee brewing and then go do your stretching exercises or whatever it is for the 5 minutes while your coffee is brewing. And now you've taken a new habit and incorporated that into part of your daily routine by attaching it to an existing habit. Okay, number 3, we have substitute a new habit for an old one. So an example is somebody wants to quit drinking alcohol. So instead of just going cold turkey, you need to replace it with something, right? So what about vitamin water or warm herbal tea or something that can be a substitute that can take your mind off the old habit that you're trying to quit? And lastly, of course, you have to do it at least 21 days in a row for it to become automatic. Now, my favorite book from Joyce Meyer, it's called Breaking Bad Habits, Starting New Habits. She talks a lot about the power of doing things until it becomes automatic. So I love that idea. Anything that you want to do, it's hard to force yourself to do it at first, but if you can take these tips and just do it 21 days in a row or more, you can actually create new good habits, and that can help you reach your goals this year. So my secret sauce, I talked a little bit about this. I gave a talk after I got my degree. We had a little graduation party, and I gave a talk. It was called I Did It and You Can Too. So one of my secret sauce items is what I call EDD, which is everyday discipline. So that is taking your dream, breaking it down into chunks, and working on it every day. It doesn't have to be a lot of time every day, but if you work on it every single day, you'll see a lot of progress over time. As a matter of fact, you'll start to build momentum. So that's one of my secret tips is EDD, everyday discipline. Another one of my secret tips is set non-negotiable deadlines. Now, when I was writing my first book in 2012, I was having a really tough time finishing. I actually had to hire somebody who's a book Sherpa to help me, power through the last month of it, because I kept adding things to it. I kept changing it. I kept revising it, and I just couldn't get to the finish line. So one of the tips is to set a non-negotiable deadline. What I did with my book was my daughter's birthday was coming up in a month. So I set the publishing date of my book for my daughter's birthday. Now, that's not a date I can change. It's not anything that I can negotiate. It's something that just is. And so I worked really, really hard to meet that date because there is no changing the date. And also, I have another friend who's an author, and she asked me for tips on getting her book published. And I said, here's what you do. Throw yourself a book publishing party with author signing. Set it for 3 months out, and you will have your book done by then. And guess what? It worked. She set a date. She announced it to everybody. And then she was forced to work on the book, right? So it builds in a little bit of discipline for you. Oh, by the way, we are going to have a course called Crush the Calendar in 2018. I'm going to reveal this secret plus a whole lot more. Let me put the offer up there. Offer. Okay, so there I put the offer up. Crush your 2018 calendar new online course. And I gave you a coupon code for it right there. And that's going to start on January 22nd. So what is a goal? A goal is just a dream with a step-by-step achievable plan. Now, how many of us know people who have these wild goals that are just crazy and out in left field, and they are always talking a big game, like they're really going to do so much, and then they never do anything? Well, maybe their intention was right and their heart was in the right place, but they didn't have a plan to get there. And that's what we're going to talk about, is having a step-by-step achievable plan to get you from point A to point B, which is not just an achievable goal, but a stretch goal. And it's going to be more than a fantasy. It's actually achievable if you make steps to achieve it, right? Practical step-by-steps. So remember, a dream without steps is just a fantasy. It's just wishful thinking. So what are your 5-year life goals? You take a minute and write down a few of these. Are they faith, spiritual, which are top for a lot of people in their lives, health and self-care, because we know unless we're healthy, we can't do anything. We can't work. We can't be there for our family, right? So that's at the top of the list. Of course, family, that's what most of us live for. Marriage, which is very close behind or maybe in front of family. Leadership, friends in our community. So these are areas where many of us have life goals. What did you not see in this list? Anybody want to jump on the chat? Tell me what's missing from the list. Okay, right. Business. You don't see anything about business in there. Why is that? Well, because you want to have a life first and then structure your business around your life. You don't want to have your business first and then your life revolve around your business. Believe you me, I've done that for enough years in real estate to know that I'm at a point in my life where I really don't want my business first. I really want to have a life, and then I want to wrap the business around the life. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do in our Crush the Calendar course, because it's so important that for you to be energized and to keep going forward, that you be able to have a life, enjoy your life with the people that you love, and have them present with you every day. So now we'll talk about brokerage goals. How many of us are real estate brokerage owners? So our brokerage goals could be, and these are just samples, but agent recruiting, trainings, meetings, marketing, of course, production and sales, which is one of our top goals, adding profit centers or recurring revenue, creating systems, and more importantly, profits and prosperity. So maybe some of these are your goals too. You might just take a moment now while you're thinking about it and just scribble down or write on your tablet or in your phone, what do you think a few goals are that you'd like to reach for your business this year? So that's what we're going to show you how to do with Crush the Calendar. It'll be a step-by-step way to take those big, lofty, crazy dreams and goals and break them down into a daily step-by-step and implement habits so that you can get from where you are now to where you want to be at the end of the year and crush the calendar. So our course is going to cover, first of all, your big picture dream, right? What is your vision? What is your life vision? And then how do you take that and break it down into little bite-sized targets or activities that you could do that are achievable, and then set milestones to measure your progress. And as we talked about, plan your business around your life. First, start with your life and then wrap the business around that. And what are resources that will get you the results that you're looking for? Okay. I'm going to show you something really cool that I call the weekday wheels that create energy for me by having separate tasks that I do every day instead of doing everything every day. Have, Monday is marketing Monday, and Tuesday is, techie Tuesday or teaching Tuesday, and then, Wednesday is wealthy Wednesday. And, so you can think about that. Friday is financial Friday. So another thing that will keep you on track is accountability. That's really important. And then lastly, celebrate your achievements and know that you've done a great job. Plan a party, invite everybody to share and celebrate with you. All the people that are your team, your family, part of your hard work, you're all part of the success together, right? So that's all about celebrating your achievements. So here's what you're going to need. Right? If you want to know what you're going to need, you're going to need to have a 2018 calendar. Now, I'm going to show you my calendar that I'm going to be using. You don't have to have one like this. Okay. So I hope everybody can see this. Let me hold it up a little more. This is an at-a-glance 2018 yearly calendar. It has all 12 months, and it's organized by quarters. And it's actually clear, like a laminate, so you can actually write on it and erase it. You can put sticky notes on it. You can do all kinds of things to schedule your calendar and then change it around if you need to. It's super awesome. You can tell I've already started. I've done my first couple of months there, so I'm going to show you how to do that as well. You'll also need some pins or markers and highlighters or sticky notes. That's optional. Now, if you don't have this type of calendar, don't worry. You can use, I have a planner. If you want to use a planner, you can use that. I don't know if you can see. Let's see. There we go. I know the light's a little bright. You can use a wall calendar. I got a nice little wall calendar here with the months on them. You can see we actually get these personalized every year for our real estate clients. Or you can use an online calendar, although I strongly suggest that you use something in paper that's in writing that you can see. Okay. Why? Because a visualization actually helps you plan it out. It's a lot easier than doing it online. And I'm an online person. I keep my calendar in Outlook, but guess what? This annual calendar has really helped me to segment out my whole year instead of going day by day. It helps me to look at an overview of the whole thing. So here's another example. This is called the Dream Achiever Calendar, which is one that I'm creating. It's very similar to the one I showed you, except that you're able to plug in your annual goals, your quarterly and your weekly goals, and then do it day by day. This one, the quarter goes down. So you're starting with January, February, March. Let's see if I can do, I'm going to try to do a little whiteboard over it. Can you guys see that? Okay, let's do a color. Okay, I'm going to do a little red color. Let's see if this can work. All right, January, February, March, that's quarter one. And then we have April, May, June, quarter two. July, August, September, quarter three. I know I'm not drawing very straight. I never got an A in art. That's cool. Not my best subject. And then October, November, December. So there you have the quarters going down, which I actually didn't like at first, but now I actually prefer this one. Okay, so let's look at the other one. The other one, the quarters go across. So say, for example, you'd have January, February, March going this way, and April, May, June going this way, July, August, September, and then you have October, November, December. And that was the way I actually preferred it at first. And then I got this one, I started planning it, and by the time you're at the end of the year, you're looking so far down, I actually decided that I prefer the quarters going down instead. Then you have everything with quarter one, you're summarized at the top, quarter 2, 3, 4, so that kind of thing. All right, so we're going to clear that out and turn off our whiteboard. That's pretty cool, huh? So we're going to take a little poll here, and our poll is, do you prefer a paper planner or an online daily planner? Now, I do both. I already told you that. I use both paper and online. It might seem like double work, but it's really not, because my planner, I use that for goal setting, whereas my online calendar, I use that for appointment setting so I don't miss appointments because they pop up for me. And also I can put my travel in there as well when I'm going on flights and things like that. So, all right, so let's do our little poll here. Okay, close that poll. Polls. Okay, there we go. Reset. All right, here's our poll. Do you prefer paper or online planner, or a combination of both? And if you have a preference, you can go ahead and type in the chat bar. We haven't had a lot of chat activity today. Okay, so far we have 100% saying combination of both. All right, anybody else? Paper, online, or both? Okay, so far we have combination of both is the most popular. All right, going once, going twice. We're going to close the poll. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pull. And I forgot to click the button where you can see it. Sorry. But anyway, combination of both wins. And I'm really surprised how many other people do sort of the same system as I do, which is why I created my little daily planner that I'm going to show you right now. That's what I've been talking about. This is my little daily planner here. The 2018 Goal Achiever. I just got them in the mail a few days ago, and it's really awesome. What it allows you to do, for real estate, it's specially designed for real estate agents. Okay, so what you do is you break down your annual goals into daily activities. There are sheets to walk you through that, and then you track your progress weekly. Because here at the very bottom, you tally up how many seller leads, how many seller appointments, buyer leads, buyer appointments, how many closings that you have, transactions, and then how many hours you work. So it has a nice little way to tally. Then you take all those for the week and you put them in the month, and then at the end of the year, you take all those from every month and put them at the end. So it's a great way to stay on track throughout the whole year. There's a sample page there. It looks kind of fuzzy just because of the PowerPoint on here. But if you go to the chat bar over here, oh, Jessica. Hi, Jessica. Yay. Oh, yes, I remember. Awesome. And you said paper is your preference. So if you go to the chat bar, up at the top of the chat bar is a 2018 Goal Achiever Day Planner. It's normally $39. Today is a special half price. It's $19.98. So if you're interested, you can go ahead and order that. If you want to get a quantity, 15 or more personalized for your real estate office, for your agents, let me know about that too, because we do have some private labeling we can do. This is an example of the inside of the planner that I kind of showed you mine. And we do have coming soon the Dream Achiever Calendar, which is what I kind of demonstrated to you along with the book, right? So we're going to be offering that for $97 for the entire set. It's not published yet. We will be taking orders for that and publishing once we get enough orders that we can send it to print, because we do have to print a quantity of 100 or so at once. Meanwhile, if you do like the format, you could always order it from, okay, I know it says at a glance. That's not where I order it from. I go to Amazon. And it was like $29 or something from Amazon. So it's really awesome. It took about a week to come in, but well worth the wait. I just tacked mine up on a piece of white foam board that I got at the art supply store, or you can get it at the framing shop, Aaron Brothers. And I did that so it can be portable, but you could also put it up on the walls. Super, super awesome idea. All righty, everybody. Thank you so much. And jumpstart your year. Crush your goals in 2018. Happy New Year, everybody. And with that, we'll say bye-bye. Get busy jump-starting your year. 3 energizing hacks, plug in, power up, and supercharge your business. Okay, talk to you later. Bye, everybody. Bye, Jessica. Bye, Kelly. Bye, Scott. Bye, everybody else.